Well, Jaspreet is here, and also yourself. I mean, you've got your ceremonial daggers, haven't you? That's right. What's it called? The Kirpan?
We've got the Kirpan, yeah.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to carry daggers, knives. Do you have a special exemption?
That's right. Well, I don't agree with the word exemption, because the Criminal Justice Act 1988, which Section 139, which confers this right for myself to carry this, not only covers religious people, but it allows people carrying blades for work purposes, and also if it's part of a national costume, like a friend over the stage just said.
Simon, do you want to
I mean, why draw the line at religious exceptions? Just because there's kind of some ancient superstition regarding why you think you should be able to carry the knife. Why say just because you've got the ancient superstition? Shouldn't be, regardless of our philosophy. If, for instance, someone is a laissez-faire capitalist, should they be exempted from paying taxes? Should a homeopath be able to get around the Cancer Act laws so that they can tell their patients they can magically cure cancer?
I think why
religious?
You labelled it as an ancient superstition. For me, it's not that. For me, Kirpan actually literally means being merciful. And actually, if somebody did come into this room right now and threaten the whole studio, I'll be the first person to lay my life on the line for the rest of us, because that's what this confers on me. This confers a responsibility on my head.
That's what kids say. When you ask a kid, why do I have a knife? They say self-defence. Giving special religion, special circumstances, is that part and parcel of tolerance, Baroness Farmer?
It is tolerance, but can I just come back? First of all, there should be one law for everyone. And some of these practices that started many centuries ago. But we've moved on. And I think practices have to also engage with how we've moved on. And I'm a Sikh. And I don't wear the Kirpan. But I think even wearing the Kirpan, we could actually modify the Kirpan so that it's not deemed as a threatening weapon,
so that it's legal.
You know, and it doesn't make me less. It doesn't make me a less Sikh not to wear it. But I do think that sometimes we go on the hook that unless we're doing all of these things, we don't actually practice our faiths enough.
This is exactly the question. If a policeman was to stop me tomorrow and ask me, "You've got a Kirpan," they've got every right to stop me. They ask me, "You've got a Kirpan on. What is the reason you're wearing it?" Could you explain that? If you're a Sikh, have you been through the initiation?
Because you're describing an exemption, you're describing an initiation, you're describing a school of thought, a passionately held belief that the rest of us can't understand because we're not part of your crew. The bottom line is here that there will be some, for want of a better phrase, there will be some babies thrown out with the bathwater with a law like this. I find your testimony compelling and persuasive, I really do. I think you're a well-meaning, well-intentioned, intelligent, articulate guy who carries your knife for very valid reasons, but they're not valid enough to have an exemption to the law that says you can't carry knives.
170,000 Sikhs wearing the 5Ks, employed by the British Army, fought for their lives at that
time.
Values do
change, don't they?
This is the UK. This is the United Kingdom. You know, we're a melting pot of different cultures, but where is the Christian side of the UK? The Christians are being penalised, and when everybody else seems to just
Are you talking about the Christian gentleman you work with on a daily basis?
No, I'm talking about my own personal beliefs. I'm here engaged in a programme that's got 3 different debates on, and the fact of the matter is I feel very strongly about this, that the UK it has thrown its doors open. We've got all these different beliefs, and it's
so if you don't like the law here,
if you live by our law, because if I went there and tried to drink alcohol and whatever, I'll be thrown out.